welcome back to today's lesson where we're going to be talking about adding presentations to your profile, links, videos, and additional photos in different areas of the profile that we haven't yet covered. So today, besides looking at what media we can add to your profile and where to add it, we're going to also talk about how to leverage that media to further convert potential prospects on your profile. So let's get right to it. So here we are back on my LinkedIn profile on LinkedIn. So the first thing that I want you to notice is that you have a background now that you can actually put a photo in here. So what I did is I actually had my graphic designer create something. You can have a graphic designer just off of Fiverr, for example, create something here for you, and you want to make sure that you are within the image requirements of LinkedIn. They want a resolution of 1400 by 425, either JPEG or PNG file is fine, or a GIF, and no more than 4 megabytes in size. You will need to kind of play around if you have logos and your photo like that, like I've done. You're going to need to kind of play around with the dimensions a little bit. I remember when we did this, it took us a while to make sure that it looked good from on different screens, and sometimes it can look a little off depending on the size of the screen that you're on. So you might also just want to put like a color background here with your company logo, perhaps your company logo here, and a photo of you, or just your unique selling proposition can be listed up here, and then a background color that shows your branding colors. So there's really a lot of different ways that you can go about it. Here's some other great examples of some graphics that people have done on their own profiles, and so you can get an idea of what you can do. You can check out Laurel Lagemeyer's profile, for example, and you can see she put her 5 books up here, a photo of herself, The Millionaire Maker, so it really solidifies her headline as well. Let's take a look at a couple more. Here's a fellow friend of mine and also a LinkedIn expert, Corey, and you can see that he put a Marketer of the Year, which is an award that he's won, and his company information right up here, so you can do something like that as well. And if you look at your competitors or other people that you come across on LinkedIn and you like what they've done with their image, there's no reason why you can't do something similar. And again, you can just go somewhere like Fiverr to get it done cheaply for $5, or you can hire a designer off of Upwork or freelancer.com. So that's really simple. Another thing I wanted to cover is just make sure on your profile photo you have a professional headshot. You don't have any other people in your profile, or you don't have you on vacation or doing something that's not professional. The best thing to do is just to have a really good headshot, a current photo of yourself, and that's it. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that because that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, one great thing about LinkedIn is that you can actually put presentations, links, and videos on the different areas of your profile, such as, for example, your summary and your experience. So whatever you talked about in your summary, when you optimize your summary, you can further enhance those points by adding either, let's say, a customer testimonial, a presentation that you have, or just simply your own website link. So what I have there is my own website link and a presentation that I did. Now, all you do is you go right up here, and you can either upload a file, you can upload a document, or you can put a link to, for example, a YouTube video. So if you have, for example, client testimonials, those are really great to further convert prospects into wanting to do business with you. There's nothing better than social proof. So you would just put your YouTube link right there, or if you want to put your website or a link to your SlideShare presentation, which is what I've got right there, and all you just do is hit continue and you are done. And then you can go ahead and do that in the other areas of your profile. Again, just making sure that you're enhancing the points that you're talking about here. Best thing to do, I know it can be a little hard, but if you can get your customers to say something about you and you put that here, that would be the best. Now, I want to also cover some different areas of your profile that you might not have known you could fill out, or that are important. But if you, for example, have written any publications, even if it's an ebook, put that here, because that shows that you're an author and you're somebody that is serious about business. So you want to show off as much good stuff about yourself and your company and your products and services as you possibly can. So definitely add publications if you have them, and of course add skills that you have, and make sure that you start getting endorsements. We're going to cover endorsements in another section in following trainings, but definitely you want to make sure that all the different areas that you cover in your career currently are listed here as skills. So these skills here actually also help with your profile SEO, and especially as you start to get more endorsements for each of these skills, it makes you more relevant for those. So go ahead, and all you got to do is click here to add skill, and LinkedIn will add the different skills on here as you start to type them out. So for example, if I type in marketing, we have marketing strategy, social media marketing, online marketing, all these different ones that I can add in here. So I just added an additional one, and I have still 3 more left besides all of these that I have in here. So just type in keywords in here and then fill in as many as you possibly can. The more that you have, the better, as long as they really do pertain to what you actually do. Education, obviously if you've gone to college and you have a degree, you definitely want to put that here, particularly if you went to one of the Ivy League schools or anything. That's something that's going to enhance your authority on LinkedIn. And advice for contacting you, I highly suggest you fill this out. The best thing to say is to have people connect with you on LinkedIn, because you are limited as to how many requests to connect you get. You only get 3,000. So ideally, to be able to save those 3,000 invites that you get, you're having other people connect with you. These next 2 sections, recommendations and groups, we are going to cover in another training, so I'm not going to spend any time on those here, but you definitely want to have as many recommendations as possible, again, for social proof, and join all the groups that LinkedIn allows, which is up to 50, but we'll cover that a little bit later. And lastly, you can add a few more areas to your profile if they are relevant to you or your prospects. So what I did is I just clicked right below my photo here. If you volunteer, you definitely want to put that in here, volunteering opportunities. If you have any honors and awards, you definitely want to show that here. And you have really high test scores. Let's say you have really high SATs, for example. You might want to show that off there, because that might be important to your prospects, or it might be an additional way that you can further connect with them. Same thing with if you have any patents, any causes that you care about, any projects. And projects, what I've seen a lot of people do, and this is fine as well, is you can add projects, for example, like high-level clients that you're currently working with. Perhaps you're working with a really big company and you want to add that as a project, as long as they've given you the okay. That's something that also enhances your authority, because obviously if a big corporation's hiring you, you must be really good. Any additional personal details I don't really put in there, but certifications you definitely want to add on here. So really anything that adds authority to you, you want to add on here. And this is all the additional areas of your profile that you can add that I just haven't up to this point because I don't feel that they're relevant to me. But if they are for you, by all means, go ahead and fill out your profile as much as possible. So next, you want to select the media that you plan to use on your profile to further enhance the points that you're making there. And what you want to do is attach it to your profile and send in the screenshots of the media that you have put on your profile now, so that you can go ahead and earn your badge as we now move on to the Module 2 lessons, where we're going to be learning all about networking on LinkedIn and reaching out to prospects and further enhancing our network. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next module. Congratulations on completing Module 1. In this module, you learned all about LinkedIn settings and which settings to select based on the activity we will be doing in following modules. You learned how to optimize your profile for LinkedIn SEO, how to identify who you're going to target, and how to write your profile in a way that draws attention, pre-sells your prospects into wanting your products and services by turning a typical boring resume into a sales and conversion tool. You learned the difference between premium and basic accounts, and last, how to spice up your profile using media like videos, SlideShare presentations, and website links. In the next module, you will learn all about growing your LinkedIn connections, how to find your ideal prospects, what to say to them when connecting, and how to monetize your connections. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of lead generation. So Module 2 is going to be an exciting one as we begin to connect with your prospects and start to generate leads for your business. So I'll see you in Module 2.